what does this look like? What does your work look like in the minutia? So like, walk me through this process for you as a coach. Is it virtual? Is it something in person? Is it both? Yeah, walk me through your coaching process.
Yeah, good questions. So, well, I used to do a lot more stuff in person before this whole COVID thing. So I used to do a lot of live group workshops and things like this, taking people through various different practices of connection, platonic intimacy, being able to open into vulnerable spaces and feel really seen and held. Would do other workshops helping couples to connect more intimately and learn various different practices around communication, sensuality, just deeper levels of connection, really merging sexuality and spirituality. That's also a big piece of this. With one-on-one situations, I'm really working either in person or virtually to help people strip away those false layers of self that we were getting at. Because essentially we come into this life with vitality and, you know, and this kind of connection to who it is that we are at our core. But that starts to get shaped and molded and conditioned and programmed and traumatized in all these various different ways through the course of our lives. And it can be really hard to find how do we come back to that natural state of vitality, of aliveness, of sexual energy flowing naturally through us without all these blockages. And so a lot of this work is using the body as a map, going through different somatic exercises and finding where the blockages in the unconscious mind lie, so that we're not just working on a conscious level, but really illuminating the unconscious, seeing what's going on underneath there and kind of running the show from behind the scenes so we can integrate those pieces back into loving wholeness and acceptance in their rightful place rather than kind of taking over the show. And on group levels, so I teach online classes as well. I specialize in working with men, and I work a lot with cultivating sexual confidence, sexual awareness, being able to become multi-orgasmic through non-ejaculatory orgasm, overcoming any sort of sexual struggles like erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation. These sorts of things are almost always psychologically rooted rather than a physical problem. So the good news is they're healable, and they're actually incredible messages from our body letting us know that something's out of balance or trying to share some sort of insight with us that actually is really helpful if we respect it rather than getting mad at our body for communicating with us in these ways. So in that realm, you know, offering people various different practices to work with at home that range from breath work to meditation to self-pleasure to things they can do with a lover to shadow work, and kind of weaving all of that together. So it's a very holistic approach where, you know, sometimes we're not talking about sex in the act itself, but we're talking about polarity or self-love or passion and purpose, and, you know, working through these pieces because they all support each other in a really cool way.
Beautiful, beautiful.